Hello YouTube, welcome back to another FIFA 20 video on the channel. We're actually double uploading today because something a little bit different happened last night. We've dropped down to Division 7 through completing the Gbamin and NepentheZ objectives, so I'm trying to get promoted back into Division 6. We're also going to be testing out NepentheZ himself, Morgan Sanson, who I packed red last week, Gelson Martins, who I've unlocked through season objectives, and also Player of the Month Victor Osimhen, who I have had for a while, but up until now he's been a super sub, so we're going to try him out in the first team. So this is the opponent that we'll match up against, and first of all I was looking at it thinking, oh right, he's got Player of the Month Aubameyang, Player of the Month Vardy, he's got Kante, he's got Van Dijk, he's got De Gea. It's going to be a really hard game. I noticed the team name, Team Sweat, and it did sound a little bit familiar, but I didn't think too much of it at the time.
Hello and welcome from a stadium that really does catch the eye, the Metropolitano here in Madrid. I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary by...
So the game kicks off and I noticed in the top left hand corner the name Nep, and then that was when the penny dropped. I realised I was actually playing against NepentheZ, who I'm sure most people will know as one of the top FIFA streamers on YouTube. He's someone who I've got a lot of admiration and respect for. I watch his videos on pretty much a daily basis for just over the last year now. So it definitely made things quite interesting. He gets an early chance there with Vardy, but Thibaut Courtois does well to turn it round. Mbappe, I think that was, gets rid of the corner and he decides he wants to cue a pause. So he's still on the attack, which NepentheZ cuts out. Morgan Sanson then loses out to Van Dijk, who was an absolute rock for him in this game. He was so hard to get past. And he's on the break again with Vardy. But again, Courtois turns it around the post. So he decides to bring on Neymar for Vardy. Thiago Mendes gets rid of the corner. And he has a good chance there with Neymar, but thankfully it goes straight towards Courtois. Not sure what Zanetti was doing there, but he did recover well. So NepentheZ loses out. Sloppy play from him. Wijnaldum plays it through. Thankfully Courtois there again. So Mbappe just can't get the ball through to Osimhen there. Van Dijk perfectly positioned to cut that pass out.
Aubameyang still level here, but the pressure escalating. Joao Cancelo, excellent defense.
Telles stops Cancelo's cross, but he's back in again, and Varane does the splits to get rid of that one.
Can they hit on the break? Osimhen. Mbappe.
So that's Sanchez getting rid of it that time for him.
Aubameyang.
And there's a one-on-one for Neymar. Courtois foils him, and I've got no idea how he misses the open goal there. I'm sure he would have been devastated.
Visualize a game before you play it, and I'm pretty sure he probably in his sleep visualized an open goal, and he's just fluffed his lines.
It's with Morgan Sanson. Here's Mbappe. Really good reading of the game to win possession back. Going forward well, Aubameyang. Well, it's one thing to win the ball. Now what can you do?
So a bit of sloppy defending there, but we'll get away eventually.
Martins. Thiago Mendes. The referee's letting it go as they keep the ball. Possession and patience, the watchwords.
Yep, there's Van Dijk again, stopping Osimhen's intercepting from Osimhen's through ball.
And Neymar. Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore.
Nice play by Sanson there.
Martins.
Robertson cutting it out that time. Here's Mbappe. Nice little drag back. And a brilliant shot to the far corner. That puts us 1-0 up in the 30th minute.
It'll be a tight game, but now all of a sudden one team ahead. Things have got to change on both sides.
1-0 then. Not problematic.
So again, he tries for a corner ball there, but Courtois there.
Osimhen. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Excellent refereeing. Advantage in operation.
Van Dijk again, too strong.
Neymar. Now with Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's well-timed pass here.
Varane cuts out Neymar's pass. Sanson plays it out from the back, but he's lost out to Kante. And there's Zanetti coming from right back in field.
Neymar. Osimhen. Gelson Martins. Mbappe with it.
Nice skill from Mbappe. Plays it through. And Osimhen, I don't know how he's managed to hit the bar or the post there. Should have buried that one.
This is Neymar. Moving forward effectively. Neymar.
Brilliant from Varane.
Here's Gelson Martins. Well, the counter chance looks very real.
Mbappe nearly got away from Van Dijk there, but Fabinho intercepted.
Sanson. Here's Mbappe.
And of course there's Van Dijk again.
Wijnaldum. Eriksson. Well, the pass not finding its target. And the referee has added on 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Nice skill from Mbappe.
Thiago Mendes. Mbappe. Well, he's
Just couldn't get it through. So half time, and it's 1-0 to us. So fairly happy with that. I'd had 2 shots with 1 on target. He had 5 shots with 4 on target. I had 59% possession. He had 41. I'd made 4 tackles. He'd made 7, and he'd also had 2 corners as well. So the second half kicks off.
As the second half begins.
And I hadn't noticed at the time, but he'd actually brought on Mbappe for Aubameyang. And he'd also brought on Lautaro Martinez for Eriksson.
The pass by Mbappe, he'll be disappointed.
So nasty foul there from Wijnaldum, and he ends up picking up a yellow card.
Rafael Varane. Sanson.
Nice ball through from Sanson, but again Van Dijk's there.
This is Neymar. Mbappe with it. Extremely
Through ball didn't quite work out from that time.
Zanetti. Victor Osimhen. Here's Mbappe. Here's Gelson Martins. Not getting anxious when they have the ball.
And again there's Van Dijk. Getting the block in. And he plays a brilliant ball through, which just totally splits the defence in 2. Mbappe is 1-on-1. And he slots it home.
Level again. No wonder they're excited. Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. 1 apiece.
So I'm just playing on with the tactics. I know I need to move to higher gear. Slightly more attacking, so we're actually going with pressure on heavy touch.
Here's Mbappe.
So there's Neymar, and another brilliant ball through. Mbappe is on the end of it, and he slots it into the bottom corner. So we're actually getting to be 2-1 at this stage, and I decide to take off Osimhen and bring on.
The hosts have really controlled possession, but after that it's been disappointing.
Politano, I couldn't think of his name there. So we brought Politano on, we dropped him back to left midfield, and we chose to play Neymar as the striker with Mbappe up front.
Now Neymar. Well, the attack promising as it was, scuppered there. And we're inside the final 30 minutes. Wijnaldum. Here's Mbappe. And Neymar. Good-looking sequence.
So Varane with a body check, gives him a free kick right on the edge of the box.
Now, what can they do from this free kick situation?
And a layoff and a fantastic goal there. Hats off. Brilliant finish.
To increase their advantage to
So I'm thinking, right, I'm 2 goals down now, so we're going to go with the team press just to be a bit more aggressive.
concentration. So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. Well, great read there to intercept. Well, he was in
So
the
Varane wins it back nicely there, high up the field. Neymar plays it through to Mbappe.
to eat into their lead.
And he goes for the cross, and Van Dijk, who was pretty much faultless for him the whole game, slides it into his own net. So a bit of good fortune for us, and obviously bad fortune for him.
Ball was kicked.
So it puts us back up to 3-2, only 1 goal behind at this stage.
Here's Mbappe. This is
So a nice interception from Varane.
Thiago Mendes. This is Neymar. Mbappe. Sanson.
And we'll get a free kick in a dangerous position.
Sets up a free kick in a dangerous position.
Now, I'm absolutely terrible at free kicks. I think I've only scored about 2 or 3 this season. And I always struggle to get that cursor exactly where I wanted. I certainly didn't want it there, and I knew straight away, as soon as he was about to kick that ball at De Gea, I was just going to swallow it. No trouble for him there at all.
N'Golo Conte. Neymar. The ball with Martinez. Neymar.
So he's got Martinez in between both centre-backs again, and it's a nice finish. He goes 4-2 up.
They lead by 2 now.
So I now know time's ticking on, so we'll overload the ball side.
So the current scoreline 4-2. Now Eder Militao. Rafael Varane.
So nice interception from Neymar.
Remaining. Poor pass
Fabinho plays it through, but Militao's there to cut it out.
and attempting the through ball.
And he gets another chance there with Mbappe, but Courtois smothers him.
The keeper. It's with Morgan Sanson. Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce? Chance to reduce the arena.
And what a save that was from De Gea.
Saves of the season.
Fantastic.
Fired in by Neymar.
Corner comes in.
Shot attempted.
Decent shot, and De Gea's there again.
Gea.
Tips it out for another corner.
Just look how quick he reacts.
Over it comes. And a strong glove on the ball from the keeper.
Couldn't do anything there.
An unforced error, you've got to say.
Well, the fans can sense the momentum has shifted here. They need to capitalise on this pressure.
Well, he stopped them in their tracks.
Sanchez cutting it out that time.
Martinez. And that's an important intervention. Mbappe with it. This is Neymar. And Neymar.
So Neymar just about shut that challenge off, and he plays the ball through, which is a little bit scruffy, but it gets to Sanson. He gets a chance on goal, and he finishes. So 4-3. We're only 1 goal down at this stage, but there's only 3 minutes left. He plays the ball back to Van Dijk, who keeps a hold of it, and he passes it around a little bit here, trying to eat away at a few extra seconds.
Sanchez.
Obviously, it's frustrating me because I'm wanting to go and try and equalise, make it 4-4. And he makes a mistake there, he gives it to Zanetti, who finds Mbappe. Gets it on the edge of the box, tries to cut back inside, but Wijnaldum was there. Chance was gone.
Could be a chance to break here. Here's Mbappe.
And that was that.
And there goes the final.
That's the full-time whistle. So in terms of the full-time stats, I had 10 shots with 7 on target. He had 10 shots with 8 on target. We had 54% possession. He had 46. We'd made 4 tackles. He'd made 12. We committed 1 foul. He committed 2. We'd had 2 corners each. Shot accuracy for me was 70%. It was 80% for him. Our passing accuracy was 90% and his was 86%. So all in all, it was quite a close game. If you are watching NepentheZ, then well done. You did deserve that win. I think you did. You did deserve that. But you know, I feel like I gave a good account myself and gave him a run for his money. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Any comments you have, feel free to leave them down below. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.